أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers. Alhamdulillah, we start with the praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send our salam and salawat on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We are going through the journey of the Quran, and we are in the middle part, little more than the middle part of Surah Al-An'am. And inshallah ta'ala, the way we are moving forward before the Ramadan, we will be able to finish the whole Surah Al-An'am. So today we are again going to do another 9 to 10 ayats, as we are doing every week, inshallah ta'ala. We'll start with the ayah number 92, where we finished last time. And from the 92 ayahs, we'll go forward and we'll try to finish it today by ayah number 100. Today's ayahs are very easy to understand, in the sense that, most of the ayah, almost 7 or 8 ayahs, are same thing, that is praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we mentioned before, that as we are going through this surah, we have to understand that the main purpose of this surah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We said this surah is the largest Makki surah, and Makki surah means this is the time of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he spent his time in Makkah towards the end. So where the persecution is, on the highest level, or towards the end. And also we said this surah came as a whole surah in one go. And the purpose of the whole surah is to call the people of the Makkah, people around him, the Quraysh, to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Leave their idols and turn to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why this surah mentions a lot of things that is only attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rather than going to the stories of the past. Although we have stories here, we went through the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and last week we went through the two ayah, ayah number 82 and 83, where we have almost the names of 17 or 18 prophets and messengers' name we found there. So Allah mentioned them because we say that because it's the end time of Makkah, and that time the people of Makkah is already in contact with the Medinan people, especially the Jewish group, who are a learned group, and they know about this story. They know the story of Yusuf, they know the story of Ibrahim and Yaqub. So, and they are sending people to ask questions to Prophet Muhammad. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even in one way, answering them, in the same way that they are contacting the learned group of the Jewish people. So let's begin, inshallah ta'ala. The first ayah of today, we said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this is the book. So Allah is obviously talking about the Quran we have sent down and blessed and confirming what was before it. So Quran is the one that's confirmed what was before it, and the mother of the cities and those around it. So meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that the Makkah has been honored here by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Makkah is called the mother of the cities. Just like Fatiha is called the mother of the Quran. So all the cities among Allah, because the Baitullah is there, Allah calling that the mother of the cities. And those who believe in hereafter believe in it. So obviously it's the believers Allah talking about, and they are maintaining their prayers. They're maintaining their prayers. Now ayah number 93, Allah is saying, and who is more unjust than one who invites a lie about Allah or says it has been inspired to me. This ayah is about those people, or those false people, who claim to be a false prophet, or who changed the books, previously. As you know, in the Christian community, they have in the New Testament, they have 4 books. The books by, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. And they say those people, they don't even know their last name. So they just have their first name, so they don't even know who are they. But they said they have been inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So after Jesus left, after many, many years, some 4 of these people came up, and they have been inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they wrote this book. That they knew that Allah told them later on that Jesus did this. This is what happened with Moses. This is what happened with Dawood and whatever. So they wrote this book. So Allah is talking about those kind of people. They are inventing lie against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they are saying that Allah has inspired us, and while nothing has been inspired to him. So nothing has been, and one of who says, I will reveal like what Allah has revealed. Also there are, as you know, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he passed away, this phenomena, this ayah became very evident, because there were people like Musaylim al-Kazzab, and there are other 3 or 4 people. Okay, even one of the lady, they claimed to be the prophet. They said even just like Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has got inspired by Jibril, we also had something from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you could not but see when the wrongdoers are in the overwhelming pangs of death, while the angels extend their hands. So Allah saying they will have a painful date, obviously, and discharge your soul. Today the angels are talking to them, and we have a hadith regarding very similar situation that when a person dying, he see 2 types of angel. If you are a good person, you're dying as a Muslim and a believer, you will smell the fragrance of the angels, and you see them with a very beautiful face. They are coming and welcoming you. That do not worry, we'll take your soul very peacefully. And on the other hand, people who are wrongdoers, they will come with a scary face, the angels, and they will take the soul as if they're taking something out from a wool, the bunch of wool. If it's a wet wool, and if you try to take it's torn out of the wool, that's why the soul will be out from the heart of the disbeliever. And today you will be awarded the punishment, humiliation for what you used to do, say against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, other than truth you were, towards his verses and being arrogant. So those people, just for their lies against Allah and their lies against the ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will have this punishment even the time of their death, and then later on they will have their akhirah. From ayah number 94, it will be said to them, and you have certainly come to us alone, us who created you the first time, and you have left whatever we bestowed upon you behind you. Meaning this is the scene in the judgment day. So now they have passed away, the angels has came and took their soul. They will be standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the judgment day, and there's no one to help them. And we do not see with you your intercessor, which you claim that they were among your associates of Allah. It has all been served between you, and lost from you is what you used to claim. So basically, their end date is coming here. They're ending that they say they have no associates. You used to claim that there are a lot of, you've been inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So where are those associates? They used to help you, they used to inspire you. Where are they today? If they have. So the angels are passing this message to the departing soul of the wrongdoers. In ayah number 96 to 100 almost is all, as I said, is all about the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his qudra, that how he has created this whole world and everything. So we start with, it is Allah who causes the seed grain. So now Allah talking about the plant and seed, the seed grain and the food and a fruit stone to split and sprout. He brings forth the living from the dead. So obviously when you put a seed, it has no life, and then the seed becomes a small plant and it grows to a big plant and bears the fruit. So that's what Allah talking about. Then Allah is the one who designed the daybreak, and we say Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, and the same word has been used here, faliku. Faliku means ones who tear open something. So like Allah tear opens the dawn, just like he tear opened the soil and everything comes out from there. Same way Allah has done that. He has appointed night for resting, and the sun and the moon for reckoning. Reckoning here means basically sun and the moon to guide the stars. As you know that people at that time, they used to look at the sun to calculate their time, and also the moon at night, different things they used to calculate, the direction of the road and all these things. And such is the measuring of Almighty Allah and all-knowing. It is He who has set stars for you. So Allah talking about stars, so that you may be guided your course with their help through the darkness and the land of the sea. We have explained in detail our ayah for people who know. Now in there's another surah, a very famous surah, Surah Al-Waqiyah. In Surah Al-Waqiyah, Allah also talked about this nujum, the stars. And over there the meaning is like this, the Quran has been, the ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been compared with the stars. Just like the stars guides people in the darkness of the night to go to the right path, Allah's ayah and Allah's book is the guidance, is the nur, as Allah called Quran as a nur, also in Surah Al-Taghabun, that this is I have revealed the nur to you, and this nur is the Quran, and that will guide us from the darkness of the kufr to the tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is He who has created you from a single person. So now Allah talking the human being, and has given you a place of residing in this world, and a place of storage, and in your father's loin. Indeed, we have explained in detail our revelation for people who understand. So every time Allah is saying that these are the people who understand, they can go through this ayah and understand. All around us is the ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then at the end, Allah saying in 99 ayah, ayah number 99, it is He who sends down water. And this phenomena of water has been mentioned in the Quran in a lot of time, even in Surah Al-Mulk and Surah we went through this even in Surah Ali Imran and a lot of other surahs, Surah Al-Nu. All this surah Allah has mentioned that Allah is sending down the water, and whenever Allah says Allah is sending down the water, Allah used the word we. In English translation, as you know, the we is a royal word for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because this is something, a beautiful blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He sends rains to the world from the sky. And with this one, we bring forth the vegetation of all kinds. And out of we bring forth the green stalks, for which we bring forth thick clustered grain. So again, Allah says this, the water is doing all these things with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And out of the date palm and its spade come forth cluster of dates hanging low and near, and gardens of grapes. So Allah gives examples of different fruits, and olives and pomegranate, and each similar yet different. So although their process is similar, all coming from a seed and growing a plant and then bearing the fruit, the process is similar, but still, and even sometimes they look similar, but still it tastes different. And it has different nutrition probably. So Allah is saying they look same, but they are all different, and this is also a miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is very common for us to look around, but they are the things that we should think about, that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us. Look at their fruits and when they begin to bear, and the repentance thereof. Verily in these things there are signs for people who believe. So people who believe, they should look at the things. That's why a Muslim should think the way in a different way. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes Allah says in Surah Al-Mulk, Allah says, look at the sky. Do you see any crack in the sky? So why do you have to think like this way? In Surah Al-Rahman, Allah said, and I have placed a balance in the sky. And all these things, we should look around and think that these are the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there are reasons for that, to know it. And then at the end of this today's ayah, Allah say, yet after all this sign that Allah is talking about, yet they join jinn as their partners in worship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you all know, a group of Jewish people, even in some groups of Christian and other groups, they call upon jinns. They have connection with jinns. All these people who do palm reading, fortune tellers, all these people, they have associated the jinns with the worshiping of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, and He has created them. Although Allah has created the jinn, Allah saying they're worshipping jinn and partnering with jinn. Jinn is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they attribute falsely, without knowledge, sons and daughters to Him. So as you know, the Christians say that Allah has a son, astaghfirullah. The mushrikun of Makkah used to say the angels are feminine, okay? And they are as if they're daughters of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, astaghfirullah. And He be glorified and exalted. So Allah is the Rabbul Alamin, He is the Subhanallah. So He is the glorified and exalted above all that they attributed to Him. So whatever they say is nothing, can touch the perfection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah ta'ala, we'll finish ayah number 100, and we'll go next week 10 ayah. Obviously next week I think a public holiday, probably, I'm not sure, depending on how many brothers here, maybe we can do a small talk. If not, then we'll go back again in the week after. Jazakallah khairan, subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.